is to expand home ownership mortgage scheme. The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency grants special promotions, commendation letters to 8 marine officers for professionalism during operation. On Friday, European Union Foreign Policy Chief urges member states to impose sanctions on some Israeli ministers. And in sports, Federation of International Basketball Association ranks Nigeria's Tigers in 8th position. Now the details. I'm Sarah Adesanya. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu says his administration has inaugurated over 20 housing schemes in the past 5 years as part of measures to address the deficit in the sector. Governor Sanwo-Olu stated this at the inaugural handover of certificate and exit ceremony for Lagos Homes mortgagors organized by Lagos State Mortgage Board, Lagos Homes. The governor pledged his commitment to providing affordable housing to residents while also expanding the home ownership mortgage scheme.
In future, our focus will be to continue to be on increasing access, housing, providing quality housing units, expanding the mortgage financing option, and collaborating with stakeholders to drive further housing development and enhance the lives of our citizens.
Governor Sanwo-Olu announced an optional redemption plan for early exit evaluees who have paid for 6 years and above and are up to date with their payment. On his part, the General Manager, Chief Executive Officer, Lagos State Mortgage Board, Bayowa Foresight, commended Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu for the welfareist initiative aimed at reducing housing deficit and providing affordable housing for Lagos residents. Foresight noted that the allocations are given to beneficiaries across the 5 divisions of the state after meeting the criteria across different age groups, tribes, and religions.
Is that make timely payments, take ownership of the estate as if it's yours, the whole estate. So later, after the 10-year period, then it's easy for you to come back and say, yes, you get your bankable documents, which is the deed of sublease, and you can go anywhere. You can even borrow money with the deed of sublease, get a loan, do small business, and it has its own ripple effect as
Our correspondent Adela Akindele reports that the Ilupeju housing scheme, which was named after Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu for its laudable achievement in the housing sector, was immediately renamed in honor of the late Oba Muftau Amzat, the father of the deputy governor, Obafemi Amzat, by Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu. A bill seeking for a law to establish the Lateef Jakonde Leadership Academy has scaled the second reading on the floor of the Lagos State House of Assembly. Speaker of the House, Mudashiru Basa, at plenary, committed the bill to one of the committees on education for further processes. Lawmakers at the sitting had unanimously supported the bill, with some saying it will further broaden the educational focus of the state. The lawmakers expressed optimism that the academy will boost the education drive of the state and help to nurture future generations. They said the academy will strengthen the feedback mechanism in the state, adding that the bill is a confirmation of the government efforts to build leaders with extra knowledge and problem-solving skills. The Lagos State Materials Testing Laboratory, LSMTL, has begun the process of obtaining ISO accreditation to enhance its credibility and further solidify its commitment to upholding international standards in materials testing across the state. Speaking during a press conference held at the agency's headquarters in Ojuduberja, LSMTL General Manager Olayinka Abdul emphasized the importance of quality assurance in the construction industry. Abdul noted that the ISO accreditation process is part of a broader effort to ensure the safety and reliability of infrastructure projects, saying once it is accredited, the laboratory will be able to offer more globally recognized testing services. She expressed confidence in the team of professionals within the agency, stating that it comprises geologists, builders, quantity surveyors, civil structural, and other specialized engineers that are capable of driving innovation in materials testing. The general manager also highlighted the growing concern over unsafe construction practices in the state, calling for immediate action to curb such dangerous activities. And now to the rest of the stories. The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, has granted special promotions to 8 officers of the Marine Command of the agency for brave and professional conduct during recent operation. Chairman and Chief Executive Officer of the agency, Buba Mawa, decorated the officers with their new ranks and also gave them a commendation letter in Abuja. Mawa said the officers arrested a drug trafficker and intercepted boats moving illicit drugs from Ghana to Nigeria through the Lagos waterways. He noted that the officers exhibited bravery to stop an attempt of smuggling 60 jumbo bags of illicit drugs from a neighboring country to Nigeria. Mawa said the special promotion and commendation will not only motivate the officers to do more, but will equally inspire others to be exceptional in the discharge of their duties. The Delta State Commissioner of Police, Olufemi Abaniwanda, has urged the Nigeria Labour Congress, NLC, to allow due process to prevail over the invitation of its president by the police. Abaniwanda made the call when the Delta chapter of NLC held a protest in solidarity with its president, Joe Ajaero, at the state police headquarters in Asaba. The Commissioner of Police said Ajaero's invitation was partly interactive to aid police investigation into an allegation and not to intimidate or witch hunt the NLC president. Ajaero was recently invited by the police over an alleged involvement in terrorism, honored the invitation in Abuja today. The European Union's foreign policy chief, Joseph Borrell, has urged the bloc's 27 member states to impose sanctions against some Israeli ministers for their hate messages against Palestinians. Speaking before the EU's foreign and defense ministers meeting in Brussels, Borrell said Israeli ministers had made statements that go clearly against international law and is an incitation to commit war crimes. Meanwhile, in recent weeks, Borrell has publicly criticized far-right National Security Minister Itamar Ben-Gvir and Finance Minister Bezalel Smotrich for statements he described as sinister. And in sports, the Federation of International Basketball Association, FIBA, has ranked Nigeria's the Tigers in 8th position in the latest ranking. Rena Wakama's side moved up 4 places following their remarkable performance at the 2024 Olympic Games in Paris. The Tigers made history as the first African team to be ranked in top 10. The African champions were in devastating form at the Olympics, recording impressive victories against top-ranked opponents, Australia and Canada. They entered the history books as the first African team to qualify for the quarterfinal at the Olympics. Lagos State Assembly has expressed its condolences over the passing of Akwa Ibom Commissioner of Police, Waheed Ayilara. Chairman of the Lagos State Assembly's House Committee on Information, Strategy and Security, Stephen Ogunlikpe, conveyed his heartfelt condolences to the family, friends and colleagues of the late Ayilara, acknowledging his significant contributions to law enforcement and public safety in the region. Ogunlikpe emphasized that Ayilara's dedication to duties and his commitment to upholding the law had a lasting impact on the communities he served. He noted that Ayilara's passing is not only a loss to his family and friends, but also to the entire law enforcement community and the people of Akwa Ibom. Waheed Ayilara was known for his exemplary leadership and unwavering commitment to ensuring the safety and security of citizens of Akwa Ibom. But just before we go, stay alive. Make use of pedestrian bridges where available. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms. X, formerly Twitter, at Traffic Radio 961. Facebook, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. Instagram, Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch our news and programs live on YouTube at Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website www.trafficradio961.ng. So in the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. The Lagos State Governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, said his administration has inaugurated over 20 housing schemes in the past 5 years as part of measures to address the deficit in the sector, pledging to expand home ownership mortgage scheme. The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, has granted special promotions to 8 officers of the Marine Command of the agency for brave and professional conduct during recent operation. We also told you that European Union's foreign policy chief, Josep Borrell, has urged the bloc's 27 member state to impose sanctions against some Israeli ministers for their hate messages against Palestinians. And in sports, the Federation of International Basketball Association, FIBA, has ranked Nigeria's the Tigers in 8th position in the latest ranking. For contact with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That is the news broadcast compiled by Sadiq Yusuf. I'm Sarah Adesanya. Thank you for listening and God bless you.